Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 7. Anyway, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? So, we are still in Williamsburg, okay? And Candace and Giselle and Robin and Mia are up in the big house. And of course, Karen and Wendy and Ascala are down in the servants' quarters. Anyway, it's the next morning and we're about to have breakfast. And Karen and the girls have to get up there to the main house to have breakfast with everybody else. So they're trying to get up there on the golf cart, and the hijinks ensue, trying to make sure that they know how to drive it, how to get up there, whatnots. Up in the main house, Candace and Giselle and Mia are having breakfast. Mia's telling Giselle how Karen said that she was hurt, that she called her a troll. And, of course, Giselle's just like, whatever, that's bullshit. But Candace was like, okay, stop it. Don't even get this started. The girls are here now. They've made it up to the house. So when they walk in, Wendy is, she has changed. She doesn't have on the outfit that she had on. She has on what she wanted to wear, I'm assuming. And Wendy tells us that, you know what, Karen was right. She is a grown-ass woman, and she is not going to let anybody dictate to her how she should wear her clothes. Just because they're uncomfortable with it. This is what she wants to wear. It's her damn body, and that's that. So she is going to be all about setting boundaries today. So anyway, they come in, they sit down, and right when they get seated, Giselle is like, Robin, I'd like to have a side meeting with you. Can we have a business meeting elsewhere? And I was just like, you had to wait until the girls got here. I guess she had to also wait for Robin to get down there. But anyway, she tells Robin that she wants to talk to her in a separate room. Of course, the girls are like, where are you guys going? Why are you guys leaving? All right, but she has to have a conversation with Robin. They're going to have a business meeting upstairs. So they go up to the up to the floor, and they have their breakfast with them. And Giselle just wants to talk to Robin, friend to friend, because Giselle is concerned about Robin and the direction that her relationship is. Now, listen, on any other occasion, I would think that this was actually a cool thing, that a friend would see something alarming in another friend, and feel like maybe they need to set them back on the right track. However, when it's coming from somebody like Giselle, who doesn't even have her own relationship in order, but she's so busy trying to give everybody else advice, it's just like, right message, wrong person, But okay, we're going to take it for whatever it's worth. So she sits down with Robin and she says, I'm just concerned for you because, the fact that you say that you're not motivated, do you realize that, you got a good thing going here? And, Robin was like, well, I don't necessarily see the things in me that other people see in me. So she feels like, she's not sure that she can be a success. Okay. And Giselle was just like, but that's crazy because you're doing so well, and you're winning, and, you've got your fine husband. Isn't it funny that she always refers to Juan as to her fine husband recently? I was just like, girl, you ain't giving old Juan the eye. I mean, I'm sure she's not, you guys, but I mean, it just all of a sudden he's her fine husband and not just her, her husband. But anyway, she was like, it's concerning that he would say that he's not attracted to you. You're not motivated by anything that he says. And Robin says, no, not really, And Giselle says that she knows that she can talk to Robin this way because Robin is tough. She can handle it, and that she is her really close friend. And so it comes from a different place, or it's received differently than when, you just talking to somebody like a Wendy or a Candace, I'm supposing. Giselle is asking her how to get out this funk. She says, what, she doesn't know, but maybe she feels like she's afraid to succeed, because she's afraid that she'll get so big into her career, and things will start happening, well with her businesses, and then she'll fall. That's like gonna be a harder fall for her. She still has PTSD from what happened to them before. And, Giselle's just trying to explain to her that she can't think that way, even though she's got all these opportunities coming her way. I mean, TJ Maxx, Macy's have reached out. They want to sell her hat in their stores, and she just hasn't even responded, because I think bottom line is Robin is afraid. Robin is scared and, doesn't necessarily know which way she should turn. She probably would do well hiring like a business manager, a team, somebody that, where she's weak, that can come in and kind of be strong. But I know she's probably nervous about that because that's what happened before. They had a guy handling their money and they lost everything. So she probably just doesn't know which way to go. I mean, I can appreciate that. Now, while they're having that conversation, what was an interesting conversation that I thought was the one between Karen and Candace, when Karen was like, I was concerned about the conversation, and the emphasis that was put on your marriage last night. All right. Talking to Candace. And Candace always gives Giselle more slack than anybody else. When Karen pointed out that shit that Giselle was saying was not cool, Candace was like, well, she's come to realize that Giselle just doesn't know how to be, she doesn't have any couth. But Giselle has said some offensive ass shit to even Candace regarding her marriage, regarding her mother, the relationship, all of that. And Candace always gives her a pass. Now, she did, like at the very beginning, her and Giselle looked like they were going to bump heads, but once she's gotten this, whatever she wants to call understanding about Giselle, all of a sudden now anything that Giselle says doesn't bother Candace. And that's fine if you can just be like that with everybody else. Everybody else pisses you the fuck off. Giselle's the only one that gets that kind of pass. So I noticed that with Candace and Giselle. But whatever. Those are the conversations that were had while, the two groups had split up. But anyways, we are going to do some synchronized swimming. I'm sorry, just water aerobics. Giselle says that she's been, trying to make sure that she stays healthy in this pandemic. So she has taken up water sports. So she's incorporated water sports into her routine, her workout routine, and she's going to show the girls. Okay, those little bonnet swim hats came in handy, didn't they? I think those are the same ones that they were trying to get approved for the Olympics. And the Olympics was like, no, you're going to put this tight one on your head and you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with your hair. I was like, oh, those are perfect. Like perfect for, people with us black girls that don't want to be trying to get our hair wet, even though if you go underwater in that, your hair is still getting wet. So it doesn't even matter. But anyway, all the girls get on their pajamas, not their pajamas, child, their bathing suits, and we going out. Everybody except for Karen and Mia. I am not getting in that pool with Giselle. This lace cannot go up. I'm getting sworn in tomorrow. But the rest of the girls get in there. And yes, we are going to, we're going to do some working out in the water. So Giselle's showing them what to do with they got some weights in there. And, some of them can swim a little bit more than others. Wendy says that she can't swim. However, happiness is going to keep her afloat. So anyway, during all of this, Ashley gets there. All right. And she's just like walking up to the house. Oh, this is so nice. Like, this looks like a hotel. Okay. Where's everybody? She walks inside. They're all outside in the backyard. So she goes back there and she's just like, hey, everybody. They're like, hey, you made it. Yes, she made it. Okay. Pleasantries all around. She sees Karen and Mia sitting over on the side. And Karen was just like, she ain't getting in the water. All right. So she's got on her outfit already and she's just languishing on the little side lounge. Anyway, when she comes in, Ashley has to explain to us that she's feeling better because she had her placenta encapsulated. I said, you new niggas, I'm telling you. Y'all know I'm old school and I understand the whole importance of the placenta and everything. But when they showed them cooking it up and grinding it up and putting it into a damn capsule, I was just like, yeah, that's a little too much for me. I mean, even if it does have the benefits, I would rather not see the process. Okay. Karen was just like, I can't believe it. But hey, y'all, they say that there's all this nutritional value in the placenta, so I won't knock it. Anyways, now that Ashley is there, Karen gets Ashley up to speed. Hello, Ashley. Yes, it seems that I was a target of Giselle's aggression. Ashley was like, oh, were you really? Yes, I survived a coup attempt. She called me all kinds of names. She called me a liar. She called me a troll. She came at Wendy. She came at Candace. She even came at her dear friend Robin. Anybody can get it. And Ashley was like, you're kidding me. That doesn't sound like my friend. It doesn't sound like something that she would do. And I was just like, Ashley, what do you mean that doesn't sound like something that Giselle would do? And I was just like, okay, Ashley, so that's the stance that you're going to take today. You know good and damn well Giselle is good at attacking people, but whatever. So when Ashley gets there, all the rest of the girls, they get out of the pool. It's time to go inside, get changed up, and I guess get started for the day. So Ashley goes in the room with Giselle, and she's talking to her about what Karen said. Girl, Karen said that you attacked everybody's life. And Giselle was just like, okay, well, she can say whatever she wants to say, but I'm telling you, something about Wendy is different. I don't understand why, okay, something about Wendy is different. Like, why is it that it's really completely just like upset your whole, like you guys are so concerned about Wendy. I mean, you guys would think that the girl was sitting there looking like she was dropping acid or like super depressed or something. I mean, let this girl be the way that she want to be. It don't require all this, okay? She says, last season or last year, she was a woman of substance. And now this year, she's a freak mama, freak hoochie mama. And Ashley was just like, okay, yeah, that is true. Something is going on there. And of course, Giselle says, and I believe that it might be because of the rumors in the blogs about Eddie, having an affair. Ashley says, well, she was very upset about what you said. And Karen told me that she cried in her arms, this morning about it. And Giselle was like, well, that's her own internal bullshit. Like, I can't worry about, what Karen says. I don't even know if that's true. I'm just saying that she's doing this maybe because Eddie was cheating. And Ashley was just like, oh, okay, kind of shaking her head along with it. And she was just like, yeah, well, I don't really believe the rumors that Eddie is cheating. But, in every scene, we always have to keep reiterating that the rumor is out there, even though we don't believe it. So you still are pushing forth this narrative, right? Bottom line is Ashley says, yes, she has changed. So I guess it's just up to them to really figure out why she has. So that's going on in Giselle's room. Karen calls Uncle Jessup, Giselle, she's her regular dysfunctional self. All right. On FaceTime with Uncle Jessup. This episode was very, very frustrating, but it was also very, very good because, honey, Wendy snapped out of it real quick, didn't she? But we're going to get to that in a minute. So anyway, they all get dressed. They go out for lunch, right? Ashley's just like, oh, so good to be here with everybody. Escala, how are you? I haven't even seen you since we were out for the spa day. And Escala says that she's fine. We did have a little situation last night at dinner. And Ashley says, well, Karen told me, Giselle, that you were attacking everybody. And Giselle was just like, oh, okay. Well, you know what, Wendy? Do you have anything to say about, what was said? And Wendy says, well, you know what, Giselle? As a matter of fact, I do. Yesterday when we were talking and you said that I, was a woman of substance before, and now that I've had my work done, now I'm not a woman of substance. That hurt me. And do you know what Giselle said? Giselle was just like, oh, well, you know what? That's on you because, that's not how I meant it, when I said it, So I wasn't really trying to say that, I was just like, the woman just sat there and told you that she was actually hurt by something. She wasn't funky when she said it. It wasn't no attitude there. She was trying to relate to you, as a woman to woman. Like that shit, it hurt my feelings. For Giselle to be like, oh, well, if that's the way that you felt about it, my bad. That wasn't my intention. Bitch, that is not an apology. For somebody that's always declaring that somebody has to apologize to them, that was like foul. So Wendy turns around and says, you know what, Karen? This morning when we spoke, you poured into me. And for that, I'm going to be forever grateful. Okay. And of course, everybody at the table was just sort of like, oh, because we know that Wendy and Karen had their issues last season, but it's a new day, you guys. So everybody was just like, oh, well, this is something. And Giselle was just like, okay, Wendy. All right. Last year, Karen couldn't stand your ass and Karen still can't stand your ass. And it was just like, Karen seems to be fine with Wendy. Okay, there's a such thing as growth, and there's a such thing as, being able to actually be around somebody and get to know a person and realize that maybe you guys do like each other. You don't always have to be enemies, But the fact that Wendy is telling Karen thank you for what she did, Giselle just cannot stand that. She wouldn't have said that if it would have been anybody else other than Karen. Giselle's just like, oh yeah, Candace and Karen had that weird mommy dearest relationship before too. So you'll just have to see, the same way that Candace had to see. Like just wishing that relationship, that friendship doesn't work out. So then Ashley jumps in. It's just that, when we look at you today, that you're just different than you were last year. So the fuck what? You're different too. You have another child. So Wendy's whole thing is like, so what? Why is it that it bothers you guys so much? And Giselle was like, well, why are you so combative? We're just talking. Why can't you just... Because this is a fucking dead horse that you're beating. While they're still trying to tell her that she's different because she's got new boobs, Wendy starts looking at her phone. And Robin was like, she's trying to talk to you and you're looking out at your phone. You're so rude. And Wendy was like, I'm looking at my phone because I've said the same things over and over to you guys. You guys are not listening to me. So why am I trying to have a conversation with you about this? So then Mia jumps in the conversation. And honestly, I don't know why Mia even got in the conversation, but Mia was just like, okay, well, when you got on the bus, you had on a full like thong outfit up your butt, and it was showing your sides and all that. And Wendy says that was an outfit from Zara's and it was fine. And then Mia says, well, I like stuff from Victoria's Secrets, but I still don't wear it on a trip with the girls. And Wendy looked at her and she says, you know what, Mia, you come in here and you done told us everything, all the shit that you done got done, coochie done, all of that. Okay. That you was a stripper. I never once judged you. Okay. She was like, excuse me, I was not a stripper. I was an entertainer at a 5-star restaurant. Okay. And I entertained me. Girl, you was a fucking escort is what you were, okay? If that makes you feel any better, then that's what it was. And I just honestly couldn't understand why Mia was jumping her ass in that conversation because it had nothing to do with you. Pick what fucking side you gonna be on, Mia, okay? Are you gonna be on Giselle and Robin's side? Are you gonna be on Karen's side? Remember I told you guys that on this show, it is very difficult to try to stay neutral, okay? And you up here pinning Wendy to the wall over her outfit. That outfit was not my cup of tea, but that's what the girl wanted to wear, So I was just like, oh God, Mia. The bottom line is you guys are judging me as if I'm Wendy. You guys are judging me. I can't say or do anything. And you guys are all over me about the fact that I've got this boob job and I got this butt job and, all of this. And Robin and Giselle get to the point where they're just like, you know what? We're just going to keep our comments to ourselves because you obviously aren't accepting the message. Yes, exactly. I'm not going to accept it. Quit fucking talking to me about it. Now, you would think that would be it. However, now they have decided to have Ashley talk to her. You know why? Because Ashley, she's been in a relationship with Michael all this time. Michael is a serial cheater. If she knows how to deal with any of this kind of stuff, it would be Ashley. If a person needed to have some help with trying to navigate through these kind of murky waters, it would be Ashley. But the whole thing is, you guys claim that you don't believe that Eddie is cheating. So why does Ashley need to have a conversation with her about it? Okay? Because as far as Wendy is concerned, she probably doesn't want to talk about her husband cheating if she doesn't believe it's true or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, why are you guys having Ashley come in for the part 2? Okay? This is ridiculous. But whatever, that's the plan now. So we go back in the house, okay? We go back to the house. They had already been out to lunch. They're back at the house now. And remember, Candace has the whiskey people coming to the house, and so the girls all sit around, and it looks like it's, going to be a good time. It's like a whiskey tasting. So they have like four little like shot size, maybe a little bit more than a shot size of whiskey. And there's a man there that's going to explain the kind that it is. This is rye. This is, old ale. This is this and this is that, right? Wendy is already feeling like down in the dumps because she said that she needs her friends to rally around her. When she's feeling down about something, it doesn't help when people are kicking you, okay, as in Giselle and Robin, okay? And she's not feeling like she's getting the support from this circle of friends that she calls her friends anyway. So she's sort of blah, but she's going to participate in this whiskey thing and try to get back on track. Hell, maybe alcohol will help, like Candace says. So we sit down and the man is explaining everybody, to everybody what the different whiskeys are. Okay, first it's the rye whiskey. Okay, everybody, you go on and sniff it and twirl it around and then toss it on back. Next is single malt whiskey. Okay, and he's explaining the history of that and all, and the girls are drinking it. And then Robin, because she's trying to get this show on the road, she just starts to toss her drinks back one by one. It starts to get out of control because they've already been drinking probably when they went to lunch, and then they get back here, and then of course Robin is our resident drunk, even though she won't admit it. So she sits up there and she just drinks, tossing the drinks back left and right. And then they also have like a mixed drink for the girls to drink as well. That actually looked very refreshing, you guys. I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was, it had whiskey in it too. So they made all of these drinks for these girls. And so now you can already tell that, the people are drunk or people are getting drunk. But while they're talking, Ashley gets up and says, Wendy, can I talk to you outside? And Wendy was like, oh God, Ashley, what is it? Like, no, I don't want to go outside with you. Can we just go outside real fast and have a conversation? Wendy was just like, here we go. So they go outside, and Ashley is saying that this way, it's one-on-one, that, she feels like her presenting it to her, it will be received well. She did appreciate the fact that Giselle came to her last season, one-on-one instead of, telling everybody in front of the group. So that's what Ashley is attempting to do now. Ashley asked her, are the cheating rumors about Eddie the reason why, you've changed so much? Is this the reason for the new free Zen win? And Wendy was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you because the shit is not true. And the fact that you would bring that to me is laughable. Why is it that you feel that you need to come and talk to me? If it was a goal to understand me better, why wouldn't Giselle just come and talk to me about this? You guys are talking about my fucking relationship, my marriage. She doesn't appreciate it. Ashley is trying to explain to her that she, Giselle felt bad. She knew that she made her feel bad. So that's why she felt like maybe it would be better received from Ashley. And she was like, that's not fucking true, because she didn't know she hurt my feelings until this morning. Okay. So what are we talking about here? Giselle is just running her fucking mouth. She's a fucking spawn of Satan. But honey, let me tell you, this conversation that she had with Ashley pissed her the fuck off. All right. So she was just like, Ashley, I hear so many things about you. I hear so many things about your relationship. I hear so many things about your husband, about everybody in here. I don't never say no shit like this that came from the damn blogs. And the fact that you guys would bring this shit up to me, okay, shows your character. But if you wanna talk about it now, okay, well then let's go do that. Let's go on back inside. Ashley was just like, this obviously didn't turn out the way that, yeah, girl. Don't nobody want to hear this shit. And you already saw how defensive she was when you guys were trying to say that she's different because of her boob job. Why are you even bringing up the whole Eddie situation? So you stupid for, but Ashley knows what she's doing. I mean, that was all done on purpose. So anyway, we go back inside. Okay. And like I said, Robin tossing them back, kind of drunk, lean back, It's not going to work for Wendy because Wendy is pissed and she's serious now. So Zen Win is gone. Even hot mama Wendy is gone. This is the Wendy that is, bitch, I will fuck you up. Don't let these degrees fool you. Okay, this is that Wendy. And I was like, I really appreciate this Wendy. So Wendy comes in and she says, you know what? I heard about what you guys said, what you read in a blog. I heard that people was been talking about it, and Candace was like, well, who's been who? Who's the people? And Wendy was like, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's being discussed. Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Like, I don't know. All I know is that Ashley just told me that, everybody's having these conversations about it. But let me be fucking clear. Do not attack my husband. All right? And instead of you being a fucking woman and coming and talking to me, you went to Ashley instead. So Giselle, I'm putting your ass on notice. Do not fuck with my family. I'm asking you nicely. Now, of course, Giselle is over there like, I don't care if you asking nicely or not. I just said it. I was just like, see, this is the whole thing. Giselle still refuses to understand that her position is what caused all of this problem to begin with. And of course, drunk ass Robin over there, now she's got to jump in too because, she is the ultimate lap dog for Giselle. Wendy was like, don't get your ass whipped on camera. So like I said, Robin jumps in. Well, what was being said about your husband? Okay. You know what's being said about my husband. Y'all been talking about the blogs. Ask Giselle. Giselle seems to know what it is. Robin was just, I still want to know what it was that she said. What was said about the blogs? And Wendy was like, okay, you know, Robin, I'm not even going to give you no energy. It's obvious that you need a moment. I don't need no moment. I was just like, oh my God, Wendy, Robin, be quiet. Wendy was like, I will drag you all up and down these fucking hallways on this camera. Do not play with me. But it's obvious that Giselle lacks empathy and Giselle lacks a man. Giselle says, you know what? I don't even understand why you get so mad. Like, it's always stuff being said about me in the blogs. You know what? And it don't be true. So I just don't even pay attention to it. I keep it pushing. Okay, well, that's you. You've been on this show for 6 seasons. Wendy has only been on there for 2. She's not as seasoned as you are. So then Wendy comes back and, honey, she unloads. She was like, okay, Giselle, since you want to talk about it, you know, you had a man that was going around and sleeping with every fucking body in Baltimore. You bring that same man around your kids, even though that's the kid's father. But you bring that same man around your kids. All right, decided to get back together with him. If that doesn't show anybody with the low self-esteem, then I don't know what does. So Ashley gets up like, oh my God, you know, I'm going to leave. This is not turning out the way that I expected it to. So she gets up and she walks into the kitchen, and Candace can't take it. Candace jumps up and follows her into the kitchen. And Ashley is getting the milk out the refrigerator, and she says, I don't know why the fuck you guys thought that it would be a good idea to bring that kind of energy and information to something like this. Why would you come out here and talk about some shit that you heard about on the blogs? Like, everybody hears shit about the blogs, and we don't talk about it here. Like Karen said, everybody knew about the story about Eddie. Everybody. Giselle was the only one who decided to talk about it. And Ashley tries to get into a quick argument with her, but Candace was 100% right, bitch. You are a fucking mess. Okay, take your damn milk and get the fuck out. I was just like, yes. This is Giselle, Robin, and Ashley are so wrong on so many levels here. There is no reason that you guys should be attacking her this way. Wendy was like, I've been raised well. I have couth. All right, but obviously you guys are going to try to push the other side out of me. the way that you guys are attacking me, it was terrible the way that they were. And I just don't understand why they couldn't seem to see that they were wrong in any kind of way there. None. I would have loved to have seen Wendy get up and threaten to even do something to Giselle. Now, of course, we know that they're not going to fight because that's really a ticket off of the show. I mean, usually it is. Not always, but usually. But Wendy would have probably been fired had she fought Giselle. But I really wanted her to just go over there and stand over her ass and scare her enough. Okay? Because Giselle is the big bad fucking witch. And she got her damn sidekick Robin over there just, lapping at her feet. And that shit is annoying too. So, yeah, you guys, it was a lot. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I got to get on back to work. Y'all know I started my new little position today, and it's been interesting. So I got to get back to it. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do should be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.